Yeah. All right. Y'all, was y'all jamming to that? Were y'all vibing to that too? I so enjoyed that. Kevin Davidson, of course. What can we say about that guy? He's not on the call today, but shout out to Kevin Davidson. And also, Marquis actually worked on that with Kevin Davidson back in the day. Can everybody hear me good that's on the call, on the roster with me? Everybody hear me? You can hear me? Okay, good. So I want to introduce my roster of everybody who's here. Of course, in the background, making it all happen is Keith Williams, who was creatively a part of this record. He's also, y'all know, the president of EP and Music Group, and anything we do, although this is a venture with Black Smoke, Keith Williams, his creative DNA is all over the record. The writer and the producer of the song that we'll hear from a little bit later, Marquis Walker, is on with us. He's on the roster. Woo, woo, Memphis Power, son. Memphis Power. We also have Ronnie Wilson, who did the backgrounds. That's that. When I tell you all night long, they were on their feet for about, I don't know. I want to say y'all were on your feet for about 48 hours because including the sound check and everything. So Ronnie Wilson, who hails from there in the Tidewater. I always say the Tidewater area, but there in the Norfolk area. Thank you so much. Ronnie's been rocking with me for a minute. And of course, the one and the only Miss Sunday Best. She's bigger than Sunday Best, though. She is just a global sensation. When Amber sings, when I first heard Amber sing, I would just cry because it was like all the angels were singing. So Amber Bullock is on the call. There he is. Keith Williams is on the call. One of the executive producers on the record. Creative Control is on the record. So you're going to hear from all of the people that are on the record today. And I want to just start out, first of all, just giving God the praise. This is our 12th album that we have done. And I would venture to say that I feel like we have evolved as recording artists, as writers, as producers, as curators of this gospel. We have not mastered it, but we are certainly, I believe, on the pulse of what God is saying in this hour. So today, I want to say thank you to this amazing, impressive panel. I'm just happy that I was able to get everybody in one place because Amber is in great demand. She's all over the place working. Marquis has worked for the likes of Vicky Wine and Sherry Jones Moffitt, just to name a few. Ronnie, when I was talking to Ronnie, we was trying to get everything put together. He was coming from, were you coming from Africa, the Bahamas or something? Yes. And so it was just amazing to get everybody together in one place. Now, Keith, I can't hear the panel talk. Am I supposed to hear them?
Oh, everyone can see in here.
You can see in here. Okay. Now I can hear everybody. So I want to start out today. This is a question and answer period, but I want to start with the writer, the producer, the creator of this amazing track, Marquis. I want to ask you, when you wrote the sound, what is the concept that you feel like you got from God in terms of creating this song?
Well, I wish I had my right hand with me, David Gillard. We're a duo that we pretty much do everything together, and that's another one that we created together. And
amazing.
It was that song kind of birthed from David had a concept, an idea where he first of all, David is a pastor, and so he had an idea where I got little coming in here and invading me real quick.
Oh, he's got grown now. You got to lift the baby weights or something. He got big really quick, Marquis.
A little one.
Oh, what's up, man? He was a part of it too. No,
basically, it's about just being able to be heard and be vocal when you're worshiping. You want to be that sound that can touch somebody. When you're singing something, when you're singing the song, most of the time people can't see you; they hear it.
There you go.
And when you're on this radio, when you're on, whatever that platform is, when they're hearing it, the sound is something that you want to go for before anything. And if that sound can touch a person's heart, that sound can touch a person. We know, and we hear it all the time. What comes from the heart reaches the heart.
That's
And
good.
the sound of the sound always makes you go, what is that? And when you can hear the sound, and when you can feel the sound of worship, it's going to make you immediately say, "Oh my God," you know what I mean? Oh my God. And so that's kind of what I think we talked earlier this week, and I was just saying how when we were doing it, it became a point of where we could listen to the lyrics without the music, and it touched us. It touched us,
Absolutely.
not just First of all, we wanted to touch us before it can touch anybody else, and
That's
then
very good.
music without the lyrics, and the music just brought us into worship and just brought us into exaltation and just closer to God. So, that's kind of my idea of it. David, of course, could explain it in a whole nother way. But
Sure.
kind of where we came together and just put it together, and it's done. You guys, man, that's all I can say is, man, you guys was really good.
Man, I have to commend you because let me tell y'all something about Marquis. Marquis has never just handed over his content and say, do as you please. This is the first time that he allowed us to mix it. He allowed us to kind of go in with the interpretation of what he had given us. And it's a few modifications here and there. But when he sent me the emoji saying thumbs up, I was like, listen, son, y'all don't understand. This is a milestone because everything you've done is just, you're a curator of excellence. You never have done anything half done. Yeah. And for you to trust us with something that was so precious, because when I hit you up and said I needed a song, I was on my floor, dude. First of all, Lisa Knowles was on there sampling the song. And listen, between Amber and Lisa, the two of them, I just couldn't take it. I was like, I don't know if God's going to rapture me out of here or what's going to happen. So it was in a whole different key. And then by the time Keith and Ronnie got done with the background, so it didn't have originally, I was like, Marquis is going to kill us. We're sitting here, got the backgrounds and stuff, but when they put their interpretation, so in a minute, I'm going to ask Ronnie and Keith. I know Keith is always thinking of weird stuff that I'd be like, I think that's just too much. Let's don't take away from the worship moment. But once I heard it, I just could not believe just where we were at in the song. And so for Marquis to say, yes, I will allow that. I think once again, I had hit a milestone. Ronnie, when we sent you the vocal, I think it was very rough. I want to say Marquis was playing a piano and it was just an empty. What was and Amber, I'm coming to you in a minute because I know your interpretation is going to be way out of here. But Ronnie, what was your thought when you first heard what he had created?
It was amazing. When I first heard it, I'm always trying to add stuff, so I was like, listening to what I could add, but I wanted to, learn the basis first. It was an amazing song. I listened to it with the singers. That was the first time I ever heard it, and we all learned it and start picking it up and singing it immediately. And then the first rehearsal with Keith, he came in and then he added some stuff, and we collabed on that kind of thing, and it was amazing. So yeah, we had a really good time. It's an awesome song.
Just a little background with Ronnie. Ronnie is actually like you have a vocal performance degree, so you kind of on the classical side, right?
Yeah.
So for to have Ronnie come on, first of all, Ronnie has sung with me at TD Jakes, the big conference that he did in Dallas. He's done the big stages with me, and so this was our first time watching Ronnie take something from the ground. And just the night of the recording, I was just blown away from the way that y'all look to the way you sound, your energy, the way that they entered into worship. Ronnie has instilled in his singers that we don't wait for a move of God to happen. We make it happen. Okay. And so in all the rehearsals, Marquis and Amber, I'm telling you, we worship. Before we got to the live recording, we had already experienced where that song was going to go. And that's why we wound up with the little reprise part, the release. All of that happened just because of what God was doing in those rehearsals. So shout out to Ronnie for handling Marquis' baby. I still call him a baby. Handling it the way you did. He was reverent. Everything we ever added or changed, they was like, is this cool? And because I'm real careful when I'm using other people's stuff. And so shout out to Ronnie. You and Marquis may get to do stuff even in the future because I think it was an amazing display of God's glory and his excellence. And so that brings us to Amber. Now, Amber is a perfectionist. Yes. She really could just produce. She came in with her own ideas. So, Marquis, when you see that the lyric line changed a little bit, Amber did that. She was like, listen, I'm trying to blame it on you.
That was you, Taylor.
What did you think when you heard it, Amber? It was kind of different for you.
First of all, anytime you send me a reference of Lisa Knowles, I'm like, oh my God, these people just have so much high expectation for me. I don't know how, but she did an amazing job. I really enjoyed her version much better, if you ask me. But
Marquis, don't get the big head.
And I just was really nervous more than anything to do it. But I love to sing, and Ernest has always been one of my greatest supporters. He always trying to put me on something.
Oh,
on a tour, and I really appreciate that. Always trying to, push me.
Yeah.
So, anything that he asked me to do, I'm going to do it. He could have asked me to sing "Mary Had a Little Lamb," and it would have got done. So I was just happy to be home.
Amber, that was a moment in the recording. I've never seen you really just snap like this. So that was a moment in the recording which turns into a whole nother track, Marquis, because in the session at some point I had some vocal just fatigue. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm on the stage with the right person to where if I'm weak, she gonna be strong. You understand what I'm saying? Amber, you just kind of went off on that track. So we had to just let you have a track by yourself, ma'am. What was that like, the feeling of that part of when it evolved?
For me, I love all types of music, but when it comes to singing gospel music and worship music and sacred music, I really take it serious. So it wasn't a planned thing. It just was a move of God. Whatever happened was what was going to happen.
It really was.
And I was just, again, grateful to be in the room. So I just let the Spirit lead, and whatever He'll have me sing is what I sing. So I'm just glad that everybody enjoyed it.
I've seen you do what you did because you commanded that stage on Sunday Best. I text Kirk, I said, you don't need to continue the competition. Amber has won. I'm going on my page every week, and I'm really not going to listen to nobody till Amber comes on and say, because let me tell you something. You have always been my favorite, and I'll tell you why. Your voice could headline the Jazz Fest in New Orleans. You could go to House of Blues. You ain't got to call Jesus' name for us to know you singing inspirational music, but the passion that is in your voice, when I first heard it, I always was like, this girl has got it. Like, I don't know what it is, but all I know is when you open your, I always went to cry. I was like, it's like the angels are singing with this chick. And I didn't know who you were, but I said, I'm going to find her. And when I find her, every year for my Christmas tour, I said, she's got to come out there, and I don't care what she's saying. You can come out and sing Do, Re, Mi. That night, to see you, even though I know you can go to any genre, you will be a best-selling artist. But to see how your voice just wrapped itself around those lyrics, and to me, the song just went, really, they could have taken me off the song. After Amber's song, I said, she really could have this by herself. So I was just honored to see you in your element, doing what you do. Your fan base has been blowing my phone up. They was like, we need Amber to sing more. I said, Amber has a whole track by herself, son. She's going to do a reprise. I got you. So I'm just honored. Everybody on the page, I know we got to go soon. We got 2 or 3 questions, but I want everybody. Marquis is my favorite. He's never failed me. He puts songs right in and capture me where I need to be. Ronnie, there's nothing I give you that you don't do. Amber, you're my favorite. Out of all singers, and people hear me say it all the time, I don't change. Amber Bullock is by far my favorite female. I don't think I will put you up against anybody. I don't care who it is. Jasmine Sullivan, I don't care. Everybody. But this one I want to say, that's 5 questions here so far that we got. And Marquis, everybody was saying, when you say, it's like heaven touching earth, I believe your interpretation was, I got some of my scholars from Howard University School of Divinity is asking us that this is such a timely song right now because of COVID-19. Relate the lyric content, because it ain't like you knew we was going to be in COVID-19. Right. So they're asking me, how could he have known that we really need what God's will is on heaven to be manifested on earth? What is your message of what that means?
Wow. I would just say, during this time, I have been really focusing on first of all, I've been focusing a lot on God. I feel like that He's doing. And again, this is just me talking. This is just my opinion. I feel like God is doing a reset and trying to get us closer to Him. And so I think, when we say, you say it's like heaven touching earth. Right now, I think He's down here on earth.
He's doing it.
He's touching us, or trying to get us to wake up, trying to get us to see that He's still on the throne. And so if He's touched it, if it's like heaven touching earth, we got to remember that God is on the throne. And if we can release this sound and say, God, we are here for you. Thank you for being here for us as we go through this, because we're going to go through it. We're not coming. I mean, it's here. It's here. The COVID-19 thing is here. We're going. It's not like it's going to stop tomorrow. But where do we stand as far as our faith in God? Are we going to stick with God that's in heaven, or are we going to just be on this earthly world, just kind of saying, hey, whatever, God, whatever, just I don't want to get into that because I don't like getting into politics kind of things.
But we know what it is.
Yeah, we know what it is.
Somebody just said Amber Bullock's voice is cray cray. Ronnie Pierre Whitlow is on here. Said great job. This guy that said Amber's voice is cray cray. I think it's what it said. I missed his name, but anyway, Marquis Memphis is shouting you out and said that you really make them proud. This guy's name is Jerisa. No, this person's name is Jerisa Goodwin. Who is that, Ronnie?
One of my singers in Dallas.
They say you better represent, son. Ronnie got all of the people. Okay, Amber. This is a question for Amber. Amber, would you say that you need to put a title on your genre of music that you sing, and even going forward, or do you feel that you need to say that you are? I don't think you're just a gospel artist. You can answer that for the people. They're asking, do you want to be classified? I don't think you need a title.
I would like to not be classified or have to have a genre, but unfortunately, when it comes to charts and being accounted for, you got to put that thing in a category. So whatever category people want to put me in is what they can put me in. But I'm gonna be
I'm gonna do me. Marquis, somebody wants to know, would you do an R&B track? I think they're going by some of the other stuff you've done. Now, have you done some R&B artists?
Yeah, but I mean, back in the day, I did. Look, tell you what, go pull up He Already Knows by Knows. That's an R&B.
That joint goes so hard. I fought to get that as a single, but you know why my label wouldn't do it? They said I would be considered urban inspirational instead of a gospel. So they were nervous about my fan base, but I wanted to go up under another name and be like, yo, my name is Junebug. Put the record out, son. They wouldn't do it. They would not do it. Y'all, I'm not trying to sell records. Go and pull up He Already Knows. Lisa Knows is on the record with me. That record is crazy. Ronnie, somebody just asked, are you a minister of music at a church anywhere?
Yes, at Hampton, Virginia, at New Hope Baptist Church.
Somebody saw you at the Hampton Ministers Conference. Are you the worship leader?
I'm not the worship leader, but I am the background vocalist coordinator for that. We back not Earnest Pugh. You're Earnest Pugh. Earl Bynum is the nightly worship leader, and we do this background.
Okay, we got a few more minutes. What has everybody got coming up? Starting with you, Amber. What you got coming up in the next 90 days?
In the next 90 days,
I know you're doing your little shows.
I'm relocating back to St. Louis, actually.
No, you can't do that. Why? No, I'll call you after this call.
Well, with everything going on with the virus and everything, I need to be around. It's me and my baby down here by ourselves, so.
You got the whole city.
And all that stuff like that, so we going home. But I'm
I'll call you when we get done. Ma'am, you ain't going back to St. Louis.
Watch me.
I just come against that in Jesus' name. I need the saints praying. How many? So far, we got 1,100 people watching. I need all of y'all praying against the spirit of relocation. I'm calling you when this is over, Amber.
Okay.
Marquis, what you got coming up? I know the Hope Church. How big is the Hope Church? Seating capacity.
It's not that big. I mean, it seats 5,500.
How many? 5,000?
Yeah.
5,500?
Yeah.
I think y'all are doing amazing. And you know what's so amazing? It's so diverse. Like your pastor is Black, but the congregation is largely Caucasian, correct?
Correct.
Amazing. That's unprecedented in Memphis, Tennessee, the Mid-South. That's amazing. That's amazing. What do you have coming up?
So I got a few artists. One of them I won't touch on. I'm gonna wait till it hits. But it's
Can I touch on it?
We're just gonna say that I can't do it. I can't do it.
Darn. Okay, then.
But I got some other stuff. I'm working with some new artists that are they are incredible. Amy Rodell, Savannah Brister. Savannah was one of the voice. She was on The Voice.
Dope.
And it's different kind of music. You know, some CCM style music. Some
okay.
It is incredible. Tilly and Bass. I've been having fun. I just say that. I've been having a lot of fun working with a lot of different artists.
Give them that big record you did on Vicky Winans.
The one we're doing. Actually, we're working. I'll say this: we've been working on Vicky's finale album for quite a while because this is her
comedy. Oh, she gonna sing and do comedy. I got it.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be her. I mean, this will be her last hurrah. So we've been working on this for a while. We're trying to make sure that we get it perfect to Vicky Winans standard. So there's a song on there. Once it drops, it's called we call it Shaft, but that's not the name of the song.
I've heard that. Vicky told me about that on the road years ago. So it's coming to fruition.
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. And I won't say anything else about it. Now, just give me one big record that you've done that's on the other side, other genres. A big record. You've done several, but give me one.
From the other genres?
Yeah. He did a big record. It wasn't the Barcades, but it was an R&B record.
Well, way back in the day. See, I don't like it's so long ago. I don't like talking about it.
It's all good. This is the resume, y'all. We good.
We in 2020. This was in the 90s. And I did R&B. I did some remixes for like Brian McKnight and all that kind of stuff, and a whole lot of stuff. But that's in the 90s.
Why are you tripping? Do you know how major that is, son?
In the 90s. That's I'm
oh my God.
I was in my 20s. I was in my 20s then. I'm 44. I'm 44 piece.
Oh, you getting up that? I got you by 10 though. I'm gonna get my Social Security 10 years before you. Huh?
Hey, this is what we got to do though. We were talking, Amber. There is a song called Dear
There's
Jesus.
a sound and there's a song.
There's a song called Dear Jesus that we cut. Me and Amber cut on this record, the Barnes Family album, about 5 years ago.
The Barnes Family. Are you serious?
Yes, the Barnes Family.
Oh, I need to bring that back.
We definitely need to bring that back. What you
think? Remix on it.
I'm down if you down.
She down.
I don't know, but I'm trying to put out some R&B music. Can we take it to dinner? I'm playing.
No, you could though. You know, I would be the first one to buy it and we'll post it on my page. Okay.
What you want to do? I got you.
Ronnie, what you got happening, man?
Well, during the shows and everything is canceled right now. So during quarantine, we've been doing a lot of studio work, lot of studio work. So even next
you've been killing it too.
Trying my best. Even next week we're going to the studio for a couple artists in Virginia, and then working with some stuff with Bishop Cortez Vaughn and some other artists.
My guy.
It's some good
stuff. Yeah. Shout out to Dominique Thompson, who was the project manager. He killed it. Dominique was off the chain. Y'all know Mike Burrell worked alongside Marquis producing on this record. Keith Williams, like I said, he's not on the call, but his DNA is all over. Zonda Salsa, my executive administrator, to the United Nations Church of Richmond, Virginia, for that amazing facility with the lighting and everything. Dr. Medina Pullins, Bishop Oren Pullins, we love you. To Kerry Douglas, the CEO of Black Smoke Music, so happy to link back up with you again, my man. Our sponsors like Chip Matthews, Lionel Pugh, Craig Dennis. All of you guys were so instrumental to our catering. Got it catered. How was the food tonight at the Recording Saints?
Amazing.
I want Amber to tell me. Amber, how was the food? That food, I know I gained 10 pounds. I done gained 15 in the quarantine, but back then I did about 15 pounds. So I'm 30 overweight right now. Pray for my strength, sir. Pray my strength. But I love y'all. They're wrapping me up. We got to go. But this has been great. Any final comments or thoughts that anybody want to share? Let me just go ahead.
Me personally, I just want to say, as always, I really thank you. I appreciate you, Pugh, for just, like I said earlier, just always entrusting me and with your babies, you know, your projects. And I think it's the 5th maybe I've worked on with you.
Yeah.
Something like that. But
every time I do something,
I just, I thank God for you, and I just thank God for your gift. I just thank God for your heart. And just, like I say, anytime you need anything, you always know that I'm a call away and I'm here for you. Whatever
I love you.
That looks like.
I love you, buddy. Ronnie, you good?
I've got to say thank you. We met at a funeral.
Marquis' father. And you shifted that building to such a degree. I said, I don't know who the man of God is, but I will find out.
Wow.
Yeah, from directing the choir to being on stages at Megafest, Essence Fest, recording, you never failed me. You're
always so professional, and you young. Like Ronnie ain't old. Ronnie, how old are you?
I'm about to be 30.
No, you're not.
Yes.
Dude, your face look like you 25.
You're right.
29. Remember, the recording was on my birthday, and you had Brittany Wright.
That's right. Who sung the birthday song? Brittany Wright. What about that birthday song, Doc?
I still got it in my phone. I'm gonna bring it.
Brittany Wright.
Yeah. So
Amber, what you gotta say? Oh, her mic is muted. Hold on, Amber. Your mic is muted, baby.
Uh-oh.
Turn your mic on, baby. Devil tried to turn you off. Loose here.
Did I do it?
Yeah, you good now, baby.
Okay, I just wanted to say again, Ernest and Keith, thank y'all so much. Y'all really bless me. People don't even know. People don't have to mess with you. People don't have to like you. People don't have to really pour into you or try to bring you on their platform. And you always, always, always include me. And I cannot thank you enough. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Keith. Love y'all. Y'all my big brothers. We family. And anytime y'all need me, I'm always going to be there.
We love you, baby. Check your message in a few minutes, too. Check your text message in a minute. I love y'all.
All righty. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.